In the winter of 1935, a fierce wind blew through a small village in Japan, and the snow showed no mercy to the villagers. The wind battered the walls while the snow weighed down on the roofs. In the midst of this harsh weather, one family slept peacefully in their cozy home. In the middle of the night, there was a knock at the door. The husband and wife got up, leaving their children in bed. They opened the door and saw a stranger dressed in a red cloak. The man held a lantern in his hand and wore a red hood over his head.
Good evening.
The man in the red cloak greeted the couple.
Your mother is gravely ill and may not survive until morning. She has asked me to bring you to her.
The man quickly dressed and followed the stranger. The wife couldn't sleep after that, anxiously waiting for her husband. Her mother-in-law lived in a neighboring village, a journey that would take about an hour in such weather. About an hour later, there was another knock at the door. The woman opened it and saw the same man who said,
Your husband has asked me to take you to him. His mother may not make it, and he needs your support.
The woman took her children to the neighbor's house and followed the stranger. A couple of hours passed, and now there was a knock on the neighbor's door. The neighbor opened the door and saw the same man who had taken the children's mother. The man in the red cloak wanted to speak to the children.
Children, I have sad news. Your grandmother has passed away. Prepare yourselves. Your parents have asked me to bring you to them.
You can't take the children in this awful weather.
The neighbor, sensing something was wrong, exclaimed,
The wind is howling, the snow is falling heavily, they'll freeze. You say the grandmother is dead, so take them in the morning. She isn't going anywhere.
The stranger insisted on taking the children, but when the neighbor threatened to strike him, he finally left. By morning, the wind had calmed and the snow had stopped. The elderly neighbor went out of her house and walked toward the bridge. On the bridge, she noticed bloodstains and an axe. Frightened, she rushed back home and alerted the entire village. Panic spread through the village as everyone searched for the couple. It didn't take long to find them. They followed the blood trail and discovered the couple's bodies by the river. Both had been killed. They searched for the man in the red cloak, but in vain. There was no trace of him. Some say that to this day, the spirits of the deceased wander near that bridge, searching for their way back home.